with us tonight, and it's brought to you by our friends at Comcast and Equipment Solutions, as well as Jerry's Toyota. I want to send a shout out to Jay Pivick from PivNet, and who wanted to be here tonight, but there was this trip to San Diego, and there was golf courses out there. You know what was crazy today? You know, I got on the plane this morning at 7:30. I wasn't supposed to fly back here. I had an alternate flight, long story. My wife got sick, but I got on a plane this morning, and there were only a handful of Ravens fans. And I turned to them and said, why aren't there more Ravens fans? I said, it's San Diego. Nobody wants to go home.
Yeah, who wants to go home from San Diego? I mean, really, don't get any ideas.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know,
They got a nose tap.
they wanted to have Rex come out there last year.
They should have.
All right, let me ask you the obligatory gambling question. You can dodge it. 18.5-point underdogs at home. There is no way they're beating you guys by 19 points. They're not beating you, right? All right, let's get it around. But does that, when you wake up, when you guys are in the training room on Wednesday morning, and you're all looking at USA Today, I mean, we're not dummies. You guys get the newspaper, you read it, you scan down through the spread, you see New England minus 19.5 or 18.5.
That's a freaking insult.
I mean,
to any team.
Yeah,
not necessarily you guys off for it, honestly.
you bet. You know, especially no one wants to get beat at home bad, so I mean, it'll be fun. You know, I mean, they're having great luck and we're having terrible luck. But hopefully it'll switch. And, we can win some games.
Well, I remember the first year you got a real chance to play. We were a major underdog after losing to Carolina, and then we lost the following week to Tampa Bay. Remember that? Johnny, you died, and Denver came in here. And they were just going to smoke us. They were like 16 or 17-point favorites, and McAllister took that kick, and we just beat them bloody.
Well, that seems like forever ago. Yeah, no doubt, that was a good time.
That was a good time.
Hopefully we get another one of those this week.
That was a good time. Last night I got cooped up in the room. I was going to go see Van Halen last night in San Diego, but my wife's under the weather. The Patriots were on, and I just had a feeling about the Eagles last night. And I remember at one point in the broadcast last night, Michaels and Madden had the camera on them, and I know you guys want a plane flying back, so I'll bring you up to speed. But at one point, Andy Reid was in the room with Madden doing the pregame thing, which I'm sure you do sometimes with the media or whatever, or with the broadcasters. And Andy Reid said something to Madden to the tune of, I just went into that room and told my guys that I'm coming in here to be with you right now. And the last thing I want for my team is in the third quarter, we're losing, we're getting embarrassed, we're getting the snot kicked out of us on national TV. And John Madden's talking about how great the Patriots, the undefeated Patriots, and the 73 Dolphins. And I'm telling you, I'm a week out on this game right now, and I'm sick of hearing the Patriots. I hate the Patriots, and my wife learned this last night that I'm not going to root for the Steelers, but I don't want them to go undefeated. There's just something about Belichick and that smarm on his face. There's something about AD going off and joining the Patriots. There's something about Randy Moss. And I'm sick of the Patriots. They won 3 Super Bowls. I'm done with that.
You bet.
Are you sick of them?
Yeah, I'll be ready for them this week. I'm sure we'll hear it all week that, they're the best things since sliced bread. But, hopefully we got to change this look around. So hopefully we get after them pretty good and get a win and bang them up.
What do you know about it? What makes them special when out of the corner of your eye, I'm sure you've seen them play a little bit this year.
Well, that quarterback's real good. He makes decisions and he makes smart ones. He's the reason they go, that quarterback.
Belichick's career record without Tom Brady. What do you think it is?
That's probably, I don't know. I have no idea.
Drew's reaching in his pocket. Drew made notes. Look at you.
I didn't make notes about this.
Yeah, I go to San Diego and Drew's like making notes to talk to Kelly.
Bill Belichick's career record without Tom Brady is 41-55.
Probably right.
His career record with Tom Brady is 81-26.
Well, he's special. That number 12 is special.
Oh, I think the whole thing that they do is amazing, and watching them dismantle teams. But last night, I don't know what happened with the chink in the armor, but I saw the look.
I'll tell you what happened. A.J. Fields is a better quarterback than Donovan McNabb.
Woo!
That's what happened.
Well, until the last minute and a half of the game.
No, that's what happened. That kid Feely played his ass off, and if not, again, those picks he threw at the end of the game, he's just trying to get him he's just throwing it in the end zone. Let's make something happen. There's only 40 seconds.
But one thing I saw that I think that I haven't haven't seen in our team in a while is that enthusiasm and that the Eagles realized real early in the game, hey man, they throw a punch, we throw a punch. They throw a punch, we throw a punch. And it feels like a little while since we've been throwing those punches. And I think part of the game, and Drew, you always speak to this from all your years in the soccer business, hardest thing to do is stop losing. You always say that. And I think in the case of the Eagles last night, there was a point where they believed, yeah, they put their pants on the same way we do. And I think something good needs to happen for us on Monday night early in the game to get that feeling.
You bet. Hopefully, we'll return a kick or something. Like we talked about that Denver game, just to get something going. But we're not going to come in. We're not just going to lay down for them and let them. Midfield is 12-0, 13-0. We're just not going to lay down. And we got a lot of battlers, and we're going to battle for the end.
Do you know our fans are disgruntled, restless? I mean, that's the part that really scares me the most. That our fans turn on you guys on Monday night, and we turn this into an Eagles or a Browns.
They got every right, no one wants to go out there and see guys flop around and get beat, but we just got to turn around and they'll be with us, they got every right to get mad at us. We're the ones, we're the ones out there playing, and they're paying their money to watch us play, and no one wants to see their home team get beat. So they got every right to do that.
Hey Kelly, of the losses so far, I'm going to give you maybe a choice of three, and if there's another one that comes to the top of your mind, let me know. Which one of the three do you think, I don't know, maybe really set you guys back the most? Was it have been the first game in Cincinnati where you went in with all your expectations, you had all the preseason to get ready for it, you coughed the ball up a lot, blah, blah, blah. Maybe the Buffalo game right before the bye, then you had a couple of weeks to get ready for Pittsburgh, and we know what happened there. Any of those three stand out to you as the one that kind of broke your back the most?
It's tough to say. Last year, we got on that little streak and it started going good, but now it just seems like, last year
we had the Cleveland game, by the way, where the ball, they lost,
we just can't catch a break, and it's tough, I keep saying that, but it's true. There's a lot of luck and, momentum and stuff, and it seems momentum we got, we score, and then they'll bring the ball out to the midfield, and then they'll score, so, it's just, we got to make some positive plays, and we got to get after people, especially defensively. We got to put the fear back in people.
Actually, for the last couple of weeks, but this week particularly, Wally Williams has come out and said, and I don't know how often he's been to practice this year, but he has said the practices this year are not tough enough, and that you guys don't break a sweat, and that part of the reason you're losing is because you're not fit and you're not prepared.
Well, I'm saying we're working the same way we worked last year, and we worked last year, but this year we got guys that that spend most of the time in the training room, and they're not getting on the field for the game day. That's tough to work with a guy. Luckily, we've only lost one D line, but you look at all the positions around, offensive line, those guys have been in and out, and it's tough to to be out there working with guys and they're not able to practice because you want to play in the game, and I've never seen injuries like this before.
The difference between winning and losing, you alluded to the fact that, and maybe I talked a little bit about it with Philadelphia last night. They sunk most of the year, but we're watching a highlight right here, right this second. Felix gun in his arm. That feeling you get, that confidence that you get from playing well and performing well, whatever we had last year, clearly a lot of that's not here this year. But as a player, do you feel that at practice during the week, that difference between that 13-3 feeling and that 4-7 feeling? Because as fans, our expectations are high, but we don't see the injuries, we don't see the practices, we don't see what's going on and what's being said behind closed doors. But I got to think that in the league, you feel like the difference between winning and losing is so minute. They're not 19-point favorites one way or the other, but just if the ball bounces a certain way, if a guy misses a block, if a guy picks up a block, if the ball hits the ground, that you don't feel as bad as 4-7.
Yeah, it's definitely, parity's so close, and we turned the ball over and we haven't got that many turnovers, and usually last year, or even in the past, we've been competitive. We got turnovers and we scored. And this year, we turned the ball over and we haven't been able to get turnovers. So it's just, the ball not bouncing our way.